All right. Hello, this is David Bryant, Mr. Support Friend, and I'd like to welcome you to session 8, the final session of my personal development training. And in this session, I wanted to end on a positive note. We've done 7 sessions that I hope have been helpful to you as it relates to your personal development, that you've learned some things that can be supportive and empowering of yourself and others. And this particular session can certainly do that because it's all focused around positive words. As a matter of fact, the name of the session is called My Positive Words. Now, I can tell you that this is something I've been doing for a very long time, which is to empower myself with positive words, affirmation statements that really build me up, get me motivated, and then also providing compliments to others around positive words. You know, I believe that if more people did this, if more parents were doing this and interacting with their children at an early age, just pouring into them with positive words and statements or encouraging them to make positive word statements and compliments to others and themselves, it would be a better world that we live in because people would have that in their mindset more and they would be doing it, more. So just the fact that this is kind of a fun exercise in this session 8, that we can have fun with it. You can do it individually. You can do it with your family. You can do it with friends. You can do it in groups. You can do it with coworkers. You can do it with whatever you want to. And you'll see that the formula that I've put together is really, really simple. And then we're also going to talk about how to use my positive words or just positive words in general as it relates to your dreams and goals, which was obviously in session 1, your dreams and goals. Where I'm going to show you how to do that and bring it into the present and get it out of the future, which will be like a real empowering thing that you can do. So let's get started. It's a well-known fact that the positive words we see, read, say, and hear can be very supportive and empowering. Every generation can benefit from seeing, reading, saying, and hearing positive words, statements, and compliments. So it doesn't matter if this is a child that's 5 years old, or if it's a senior who's 100 years old. Positive words provide an energy to people. They provide energy to yourself when you use them about yourself, and you provide positive energy to others when you use them with others, right? So we're just putting a system together that we're going to encourage you to duplicate, like share. If you do anything from all this personal development training that you take away, you can do this every day. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost a dime, and it will be amazing. You will see how it will create positive energy for you and others, which is a good thing across the board. We encourage youth, adults, and seniors to use an uplifting support system called My Positive Words, designed to support and empower you, family, friends, groups, and others. Let's take a look at this let's have some fun and empowering support system. This is really fun. Like, you can make games out of this, and there's just all kinds of cool things you can do. So to create my positive word statements, there is an actual formula to this. And that they say that this formula will support and empower you. So you follow these 6 steps. Step 1, begin your my positive words statement with the words I am. Now, anybody who knows anything about affirmations, right? I am is a very powerful 2-word term that people start their affirmations with often, right? You don't start with I'm, you don't hyphenate it or anything. You go, I am. Right? You don't abbreviate, you just go, I am, and then you go from there, right? So step 2 is to select 2 words from my positive words list. Now, I've taken the time to go extract out of the dictionary a ton of positive words, and you'll be able to get a worksheet that'll have those words on them. I'll show them here in the presentation as well. So you're going to select 2 positive words, basically, from my positive words list. Step 3, place my positive word number 1 after the words I am. So I am positive word number 1. Step 4, place the and symbol after my positive word number 1. So I am and then, I am, positive word and. And then step 5 is to place my positive word number 2 after that and symbol. So I am positive word and positive word. And then step 6 is to end your my positive word statement with an exclamation point. So let me give you some examples of that I've kind of just put together. 4 examples here. Example 1, I am blessed and grateful, exclamation point. I am empowering and supportive, exclamation point. I am motivated and inspired, exclamation point. I am humble and compassionate, exclamation point. That exclamation point is really important to this formula because it's putting an energy at the end of that that's like completely solidifying what you're saying with my positive word statement about yourself. I am blessed and grateful. There's an emphasis at the end by putting an exclamation point, okay? So it's not a period, it's not an open end, it's exclamation point at the end because you're really trying to make a statement. So to support and empower yourself with my positive word statements you create, read my positive word statements to yourself. So read them. So you want to write them and read them, or print them and read them. Say my positive word statements out loud. So you verbalize them. Share my positive word statements with family, friends, and others in whatever format you want to do that. But when you're doing all of this, you're putting positive energy out. You're reaffirming. You're creating affirmations. You're reaffirming with yourself. You're reaffirming with others. And they're hearing you say, I am blessed and grateful. So if you're saying that to a family member, or you're saying that to a friend, or you're saying that on your Facebook Live, I am blessed and grateful. If you're posting it on your Twitter account, your Instagram account, which I do these things, right? It's putting out positive energy. You know how many likes you'll get when you put out a statement like this? Do you know how many people will like respond? I mean, I get a lot of responses when people when I put stuff out like this, people will respond. I'll get inbox messenger messages saying, I really like the stuff you put out because it's positive, right? And people respond to that. That's an attraction. Quality attracts quality out of the values of attraction, right? Okay. The next thing is not to just do something for yourself, but to make my positive words compliments for others. So to create my positive words compliments that support and empower family, friends, and others, follow these 6 steps. Pretty much the same format. Step 1, you're going to begin your my positive words compliment with the name of the individual's business group, team, or organization you are complimenting, followed by a comma and the words you are. So if it's, say, your mother, you'd go, Mom, you are, right? Or if it's your business, you would go, business that I work for, you are. Or if it's your team that you're part of, team, you are, whatever that team name is, right? Really easy to do. Step 2, select 2 words from my positive words list, just like you did with the statements, right? So you're going to select 2 words. Step 3 is to place my positive word number 1 after you are. So, Mom, you are positive word number 1. Step 4, place the and symbol after my positive word number 1. So you have Mom, you are positive word number 1, and then step 5, place positive word number 2 after the and symbol. Mom, you are positive word number 1 and positive word number 2. And step 6, end your my positive words compliment with an exclamation point. So you put that exclamation point at the very end. So here's an example. 4 examples. Mom, you are outstanding and amazing, exclamation point. Dad, you are special and wonderful, exclamation point. Anne, you are loved and appreciated, exclamation point. David, you are genuine and authentic, exclamation point. That exclamation point is like, to me, the secret sauce. That's like putting that stamp of approval, that really strong emphasis at the end of it. Mom, you are outstanding and amazing, right? Amazing, right? There's energy behind that can really like make people feel fantastic. So what does it take time-wise for you to do this during the day? What would it take for you to post this on Facebook, where you post, a post like this, or post it on Twitter or Instagram, right? Nothing. There's no cost. It just requires you wanting to put some positive words out. Say it to a friend. Put it in a messenger to somebody, and see what happens. It'll bring energy back to you, likely, that's positive. So to support and empower family, friends, and others with my positive words compliments you create, give my positive words compliments in person and or by phone, audio, or video. You can record a video, a Facebook Live, like whatever you want to do, right? Give my positive words compliments by text, email, internet, or handwritten note. How about always say thank you after receiving my positive words compliment? So if you receive a compliment, always put gratitude behind it. Say thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, how kind. You know what? I think you are genuine, authentic, or special and wonderful too. And these are just 8 words, right, that we have on the screen here. Now, I've taken it a step further to give you kind of like an actual picture here of how you would fill in the blanks. We have worksheets that you'll be able to use those worksheets if you want to write some things down. Put them on a wall, visualize, put them in your journal, post them in or put them into your smartphone, right? And have them available. Have it a way where you're seeing these positive words, because the brain reacts to this stuff. There's scientific studies. There's quantum physics studies behind a lot of this stuff that really validates the power of words. The same thing goes with negative words. So you don't want to put negative words out, and you don't want to do certain things that create negativity, but you can create positive energy when you're just putting my positive words out. So I am positive word 1 and positive word 2, exclamation point for your statement. And for any kind of compliment, you put the name of the person or the organization or the group or the team. So you put that there, and then you go, you are positive word 1 and positive word 2, right? So that all works out beautifully. All right, so now here's my positive words list. So the alphabet, going from the top, I picked out the words that were pretty positive. So, I am adorable and believable, right? I'm just picking 2 out of the list. So you can kind of have fun with this, I am authentic and confident. I am dashing and disciplined, right? You don't have to be in the same letter of the alphabet. You can mix it up. You can do whatever you want to do. I am committed and cute, or I am boundless and diligent, right? Look at all of these words that we don't tend to think about these words. We just think about the words we have kind of in our brains. But when you start to put these words in front of you, it gets real interesting. You look at all these words. I am educated and fabulous. I am handsome and inspiring, right? I mean, if you're just telling yourself that because you feel good about yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm funny and helpful, right? I just picked 2 words off the list. So it goes on, and they're all alphabetical, right? You can go through the list. We have a printed copy of the list that you'll be able to download, and you'll be able to then plug these words in. Now, again, repeat just so you remember. The statements always start with I am, and then the 2 words and the exclamation point, and then the compliments. Try to start with the name, who you are giving the compliment to, whether that be an individual or a group or an organization or business, whatever it is, and then followed by you are, and then the 2 words, and then the actual exclamation point at the end. Now, here's another great tool that goes along with this. And I watch a lot of people do this because it's natural for people to do this. But there's a secret to bringing your future dreams and goals to the present. So when making statements and giving compliments that are related to dreams and goals, try not to say words that are related to the future, like want to, are going to, or will. Instead, use the phrase in the process of, okay? There's been science, there's been research that's been done on the quantum physics of this to make your statements and compliments in the present. Because the minute that you go from saying I will, I want, I'm going to I'm in the process of, it actually brings what your future dream or goal to the present. Why is that important? Because you're actually in the process of doing what it is that you want to do, not waiting until you get there. And I'm going to show you the examples here of how to do this. This is a very powerful thing to do. So on the left side, you see the try not to say these statements that I'll have. And then on the right side, it'll be instead say this, right? So that's how it's going to work, left to right. All right. Try not to say, I want to be a doctor, right? I want to be successful, right? A lot of people say that. It's the natural language we've grown up on. Instead, say, I am in the process of becoming a doctor. I am in the process of becoming successful. When you say that, you are now in that moment, in the present. You are claiming it by putting the I am and then the in the process of becoming what's going to be in the future. It actually just moved to the present. And by doing that, the brain actually processes it differently. They've done the research and the studies on this stuff, right? So it's really fascinating how words, when you use them in the present tense, it actually empowers you in a way that's different than your future dreams and goals, right? So when you language this way and you start retraining yourself to talk this way, it really gives you a sense of empowerment in the now. in the right now, and things start to happen in a different kind of way. It's really hard to explain, but they've done the research on this stuff. So, for example, here's another thing when you're doing a compliment. If you say, hey, you're going to be successful, you're going to be a superstar, right? You're going to be an incredible teacher, right? Let's just say that was it. Instead, you want to say, you are in the process of being an incredible teacher. You are in the process of becoming an incredible teacher. By being in the process, if that person, let's say, is in college or university studying to become a teacher, to eventually get their degree so that they can eventually get into a classroom, instead of waiting for you are going to be, you are actually acknowledging by saying you are in the process of being, that you're doing it right now. You're doing the personal development. You're doing the studying, the education. You're doing the process that is going to eventually end up in you acting out on the process that you were doing for many days, weeks, years, months before. So it's bringing it to the present. And when you bring things to the present, the brain and the mind processes it. Even your own thought processes change in an interesting way. Another one is if it's a group like, we will be the best team next year in our little league, right? We will be the champions next year, right? We will be the champions this year. Instead, we are in the process of being the champions for 2019. Why? Because we are practicing right now. We are putting our strategies together right now. So it's happening. It's actually happening. It's not in the future, it's in the present. And so this is very, very powerful. A lot of people who are very well versed in this understand the power of words. And when you start talking this way, things start to change. The brain, the quantum physics of things, it's fascinating stuff. It's like, I don't understand it all, like technically, but I know that the research has been done, that the words and the language that you use, that's why people who are great at giving speeches, or people who can influence people with their words in the way they talk. There are people that will use certain statements behind statements that they make that will reaffirm those statements while they're giving speeches. Some people do that for the positive. Some people do that for the negative. They've done the studies on that when they look at certain speeches of people or certain speech patterns of people, that words are very, very powerful. So when you say you are in the process of, or I am in the process, you are in the process, we are in the process of being, becoming, doing, whatever it might be. I am in the process of doing, I am in the process of becoming, I am in the process of being, right? All of those things are very, very powerful. So try to use that instead of saying I want to, because I still do, I will, I want to, I'm going to be, because our brains are programmed from the time we're kids to learn how to say it that way. But if you kind of restructure that and you start getting yourself into, I am in the process of doing this, you are in the process of becoming a superstar. You are in the process of becoming a fantastic leader in affiliate marketing or network marketing. Not I'm going to be a top leader. You are going to be a top leader. No, you are in the process of being that right now. Very, very powerful. Okay, so that's it. The end of session 8 and the end of my personal development training. Yeah, I had a great time doing these 8 sessions. I hope that you got tremendous value out of this. That was the intention of it. This is a life work. All of these things that I gave you came from my personal development. That's why I started with my story, so you could see how these things kind of applied to me. And I've been able to teach those or tell other people about my story and show them the things that have worked for me, the things I've picked up from other people, the things that I know work if you actually apply these things that I've talked about. If you go back to that wellness and money support triangle, I can just tell you that that is one of the quickest, fastest, most efficient ways that you can make change in your life, especially, and I speak from experience, especially in the wellness area, and then the money as well, because the money sometimes can take just a little bit longer for a faster action to occur, because you have to do certain things to develop that out a little bit more than perhaps making a change in your diet or your exercise pattern. Immediately you can see some faster results, usually on the wellness side. That's just in general. So for example, if you were doing something related to investing or building a business or starting a program, it might take you a few months. It might take you a year. It might take you some time to compound interest and build that up, but at least you're moving in that direction, right? With a wellness product or a wellness service or a change in a diet or a change in an exercise plan or just eating healthier, you can get quick results. And when those results happen quickly, now you're making change in your personal development. By studying, courses and trainings like this one and others, you can make really quick change. So don't be discouraged if on the money side, you see that move just slightly a little bit slower than the others. But I'm telling you, it's mandatory that they're balanced, right? You can't just leave the money side behind or not pay attention to the money you make, the money that you're managing, how you multiply your money mindset, and your money mentors, the 5 M's for money. Really look at that one again very closely and try to take action right now. Like, what could you do to support your wellness and your money and support you, family, friends, groups, and others? Like, what can you do right now? What can you do with your personal development where you can make changes? Just like with this last session, right? What can you do immediately? You go out on Facebook right now and you could put my positive words out there. 2 words, 2 positive words. I am blank, blank, or you are blank, blank, exclamation point. And you're off to the races quickly. It doesn't happen that quickly with money. So be patient, but know that when you start the process with money, which is a very key area for people where people get very frustrated because they're trying to get more money. They're trying to balance things. They're trying to make it better financially for themselves. Be patient no matter what you get involved with. Sometimes it'll take some time, but if you do it step by step, you'll be able to say, I am in the process of making more money, instead of saying, I want to make more money. No, I am in the process of making more money. You see how that worked? Same thing that we just did just a few minutes ago. All right. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to doing some other things that are in addition to this off of this foundation. And thanks again for listening. Have a wonderful day.